So former RBA player Cedric Ceballos goes pit bull on LeBron James. And when I say pit bull, I ain't talking about no rapper. Calm down, boy. Calm down. But RBA player Cedric Ceballos goes WWE Triple H sledgehammer on LeBron James. Spits the truth right in LeBron James' face. How Triple H spits out water during his ring entrance. It's time to play the game. You make it time to play the game. But Cedric Ceballos says LeBron James is a retardo for not competing in the RBA dunk contest. But Cedric Ceballos exposes the light truth, not the dark truth, but the light truth about LeBron James. See, the dark truth is what nobody can see. It's dark. It's hidden. But the light truth, duh, even Ray Charles can see that. And he's dead and blind. But Cedric Ceballos says that LeBron James would have lost if he would have competed in the RBA dunk contest had he had the cojones to participate. But here's what Big Sid had to say. This article is per Basketball Network via MSN Sports, and the headline reads, Cedric Ceballos says that LeBron James wouldn't have won in the RBA dunk contest. He says, quote, dunks on a lot of people, but the trickery and suaviness, no, end quote. So the article goes on to say, a lot of people say that Los Angeles Lakers superstar LeBron James is the biggest name never to have entered the RBA's dunk contest ever since his rookie year. Many have wanted to see LeBron James compete in what used to be the crown jewel event at the RBA All-Star Weekend, but to no avail. It goes on to say, a couple years ago, James clarified that winning the competition was never on his RBA's bucket list, and being hailed as the RBA's best dunker wasn't his goal. During the recent 2025 All-Star Weekend, he even said he had no regrets about not joining the contest. The article goes on to say, however, 1992 dunk contest champion Cedric Ceballos doesn't understand why there's a lot of fuss about LeBron James' non-participation in the annual event, because even if he did enter his name in the contest, he would not have won anyway. Cedric went on to say, quote, I do not think that LeBron James would have achieved in the dunk contest, declared Ceballos. During his recent appearance on Byron Scott podcast, he went on to say, quote, I mean, powerful dunker, dunks on a lot of people, but the trickery and suaviness, no. Shannon Brown beat him in the McDonald's All-American Dunk Contest, he said, end quote. The article went on to say, but while Ceballos was wrong about Brown winning the 2003 dunk contest, he was right about LeBron James not having the creativity. Even the ESPN commentators who covered the contest weren't impressed with the degree of difficulty of LeBron's dunks. However, they were awed at how high he got up and were amazed by the power he used to throw down his dunks. Ceballos reiterated that power dunkers aren't for the contest. He went on to say, quote, Zion is a powerful dunker, but will he pull off something that Zach did? Like the craziness and swiftness of him and Gordon going at it, he added, using the New Orleans Pelicans forward as another example. Now here is yet again another RBA player spreading the truth and nothing but the whole truth about LeBron James. And when I say spreading, I ain't talking about how LeBron James likes his legs being spreaded out at the Diddy freak-offs, pause. But Cedric the Entertainer, I'm sorry, but Cedric is correct. This is an obvious case as to why LeBron James was so afraid of participating in the dunk contest, because LeBron James always shies away from the big moments. Even in the finals, no matter what it is, LeBron James, he always shies away from big moments. Because LeBron James is ashamed of embarrassment and people criticizing him, laughing at him, especially when the spotlight is on him, instead of failing and then coming back and getting revenge. See, LeBron James would have had so many failed attempts at the dunk contest, he probably would have just quit, because he would have been so embarrassed and humiliated by everybody in the crowd laughing at him, even the judges laughing at him. I don't even like seeing LeBron James wearing dunks because he was so scared of the dunk contest. But LeBron James has completely ruined the dunk contest. It made other players fearful of losing in the dunk contest. So he came up with this bright idea to say that he was an in-game dunker. And I was like, what the hell? What the hell, LeBron James? What the hell is an in-game dunker? So you mean to tell me you can't do your in-game dunks outgame. You can't do outgame dunks? Like, WTF. So all the young players that he influenced, from the Zion Williamsons of the world, the Anthony Edwards, etc., I mean, all of them adopted this way of thinking and said they are in-game dunkers. Even Ja Morant at one point said that they're going to have to pay him top dollar in order to compete in the dunk contest. And then you had the hypocritical bronzexuals swarm his comment section and attack him, but they didn't attack LeBron James for running with this excuse that he's an in-game dunker. So when LeBron James decided to not compete in the dunk contest, and as he said, like, people lived for the dunk contest. It was the most popular event. So eventually it left a void. So that's when Steph Curry arrived, and Steph Curry became more popular. And that's when Steph Curry revolutionized the game. And then people would look forward more towards seeing the three-point contest, right? But he's right. LeBron James has no trickery. LeBron James has no creativity whatsoever. LeBron James would have did the exact same tomahawk dunk and then flexed his muscles like he just did something new or different. LeBron James could literally do a simple dunk while snatching off his male lace front, his fake BBL haircut, and his fans will eat it up. But LeBron James, he knew that he couldn't live up to the high expectations that would be set for him had he competed in the dunk contest. And to be quite honest, I wouldn't even be surprised if the RBA would have rigged the dunk contest for LeBron James. I mean, straight flat out robbery in front of everybody. I could literally see them handpicking the judges for LeBron James, giving him the judges that he wants, which would be his former teammates, like he does on ESPN, people who kiss his butt for a living. Then as he attempts to do these dunks, these simple dunks, even if he missed them on a few tries, then they'll still try to find a way to give him 50 points. Then they'll hype up all his super mid, regular dunks, average dunks, to make it seem like they were the best dunks that we've ever seen, and they had a Jay-Z's or the Beyoncé's or some famous celebrity hold the ball as LeBron James dunks over them. I can see it now. Like, the fact that I can see it, I don't want to see it. I'm happy that we didn't see it, because now that I think about it, it's making me want to punch the wall. It's making me want to break my phone, because I truly believe they probably would have just gifted LeBron James the dunk contest trophy, no different than what they did with the in-season tournament trophy and the MVP, although Anthony Davis outplayed him. But this was just another point taken away from LeBron James in the GOAT discussion, because all of the greatest high-flying dunkers and greatest players have competed in the dunk contest, from the Michael Jordans to Dominique Wilkins, Dr. J, Kobe Bryant, Vince Carter, Tracy McGrady, you name it. Okay, the list goes on, but this was a staple in their career, and it also helped catapult them to the top and help cement their legacy. They loved putting on the show for the fans during All-Star break. It was like a humbling experience to see them engage with the fans and give back to the sport. But not LeBron James. LeBron James doesn't care about being up and close and personal with his fans or with the fans in general and giving back to the game. LeBron James only cares about LeBron James. LeBron James doesn't care about giving back to the fans, although they love seeing his trash tomahawk dunks. And he said that LeBron James has dunked on people. Yeah, he likes to dunk on players that's smaller than him, or they'll give him credit for dunking on people who's in a position to take a charge. And let's not forget, LeBron James got dunked on by Jamal Crawford and asked Nike to hide the footage. LeBron James has got dunked on by plenty of people, but LeBron James likes to cheat the game, and he sucked the game dry. But he will always be remembered as a KFC piece of chicken for dodging the dunk contest.